The wonderful world of the arts, and we did promise you it is our Artsy Wednesday today. And one of our first guests in terms of the arts, a hip-hop monthly gathering for the culture will be holding its third masterclass titled Maintaining Brand Image in the Face of Adversity. Now, the event has attracted various keynote speakers and industry experts in a bid to empower musicians and artists and art practitioners to better manage their careers. Now, to tell us a little bit more about this, we are joined by the organizer, founder from Masofa Panze Art Consultancy, CEO, Mr. Noble Stylz. Mr. Noble Stylz. Hello, my darling. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Zimbabwe.
Good morning. It's a blessing to be here. Good morning, Zimbabwe.
Yeah. All right. Let's get straight into it. Why is it important for artists, particularly hip-hop artists, to learn about the various facets of the music industry as well as to manage their careers professionally?
Well, it happens in two phases. The first is the intrinsic because we do not have as much big record labels here, because when you got a record label, you can have your A&R team, you can have your legal representation. Now, when we're independent, like 90% of the artists here, you need to know the business side of the world, because nobody is going to step in for you. Then from the extrinsic, artists are vessels. So if you invest in an art, this amplifies whatever message you have. You know, people always say that artists are from where they come from, but also we can reflect back better than where we came from to the same community. So if we invest these master classes, we give them this kind of education, they can amplify it back through their music and different facets in their artistic lives.
Absolutely. Now, for the Culture Masterclass series is growing from strength to strength. Now, take us through, because obviously we're getting into the third one. You obviously had the first one, the second one. I happened to be part of the first delegation
Thank you for
that happened to be on that board when we had the media bit. And then I think the second one you had the financial analysis and financial literacy. Tell us, just walk us through what actually happened and why it's been growing from strength to strength.
Well, when it comes to art, normally people think of just creating stuff. They don't understand that the subconscious is where the art comes from. So if we do not tap into that in terms of giving a masterclass, artists read too, artists feed from nature, but artists always need to feed from books, and we need experts, the guys that bridge the gap between the art and the corporate world, the art and the civic world, the art and media, and certain things. So we were trying to come up with a solution on how do we get these vessels, these artists, to understand certain things that we're not really trained to do, so that we can amplify it and send it out to the world.
All right.
Yeah.
So obviously you've been attracting quite a big names when it comes to. I mean, we had Chico, coming through from GAA Associates talking about financial literacy and accounting, because I think a lot of us as artists we make the money, but we chow the money as well.
We chow the money.
We're not saving the money. We're not investing it in our careers.
It's more like a DNA to chow the money.
Absolutely.
Right?
And then I know part one for the media there was Michael Soko as well as Cindy Sodube, who are there with myself obviously, and they're part of it representing ZVC. So what can we expect with the third edition? Because we're talking about maintaining one's image in the face of adversity.
Well, if you look what's been happening lately, we've been facing a lot of artists going to trials, a lot of artists being thrown to the line, a lot of artists being in all these tabloids for various reasons. And what people might not read into is when a normal citizen face these things, they only face the low. But when you're an artist, you've got a double edge. You're facing the low and you're facing backlash from the people that support you. You're facing backlash from the media. You're facing backlash. And at times when you react like a normal citizen, you might wake up, walk out of court, and you no longer have a career. So these things have happened a lot. So we have got one of the guys who has been doing a lot of advocacy for arts in terms of legal to come through and explain to artists that when disaster strikes, who do you call first? How do you put out these pressers? You know, you just cannot be typing when something is in court. But we artists, we're too expressive. So there's need to bridge that gap, that the legal world works this way, your world works this way. But when it comes to adversity, please listen to the lawyer.
Exactly. So yes, listen to the lawyers, very, very important. Where is this event taking place? When is the third edition taking place? And what time? Where and when? It's
taking place on the 27th of August at number 3 Alan Wilson, that's Motor Republic.
So this Saturday?
It's this very Saturday. So it starts at 12 and it ends at 8 o'clock, because there are so many things in it's an all-element hip-hop. We have got a lot of other things that will be happening other than the masterclass.
Okay, because I do know that there's also performers who will be performing. Yes. Anyone in particular that we can look out for?
I'm taking a dig at Shabin Rap. There's a guy called Dome Major. He has been here before.
All right, yes, we've had Dome Major.
Yeah, he's so amazing. But we're going to be having a lot of hip-hop performances. We're going to be having ciphers. We're going to be having dances. We're going to be having graffiti. We're going to be having DJs for the couches in all elements. And we just spiced it up a bit with a bit of comedy.
Oh,
so we're going to be having
fantastic.
stand-up comedy too.
Lovely. Where can we get a hold of you if we want to get more details and information on social media?
Social media, all the handles go Noble Stylz, and Noble Stylz. So
Is it Noble Stylz with an S or a Z at the end?
it's got a Z at the end.
Okay.
It's got, but the type will still find me.
Fantastic. Noble, as always, such a pleasure having you joining us right here on Good Morning Zimbabwe and telling us about how we can assist ourselves in our careers as musicians and artists, and basically just look after ourselves in our careers. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Good Morning Zimbabwe.
All right. So we just had Mr. Noble Stylz there telling us about the 3rd edition that's coming up for the Culture Masterclass that's going to be taking place this Saturday. You definitely don't want to